Hello everyone, welcome to my video showcasing a neat bug I found. This bug is found within X's Sonic fangame, a game where you are chased by none other than the creepypasta legend himself, Sonic.EXE. This game is basically just a remastered version of the romhack of the same premise, this being an ordinary Sonic romhack. This bug within X's Sonic fangame, or XSF, side note, I just found out that it's also just called Ordinary Sonic Fangame, is what I haven't seen be documented yet, so I shall call it the Limbo Bug. You will understand why it is called this in just a moment. Either way, in order to activate this bug, you will need to play as Knuckles. It doesn't matter what stage you pick, however you will need to play as Knuckles and find a ledge where you can climb on top of a platform. I found this easiest to do in Marble Zone Act 3. Here in Marble Zone Act 3, you can see that there is a ledge seen in the example quite close to the start of the level. When I perform this bug, I tend to not pick up any rings, as this makes the next process easier. Here is the process. Grab onto a ledge like seen in the example. Then, once X arrives, and charges towards you, hold up to climb the ledge. As he kills you and you are climbing up the ledge, you should be flung into the sky. Once you are in this state, press the jump button. However, you will need to latch onto a wall. If you fail to latch onto a wall, you will plummet through the map and die, forcing you to have to reactivate this bug. Once you have latched onto a wall, you are free to jump off and do whatever you want in this state. However, I called this the Limbo glitch for a reason. The reason being that you are no longer able to interact with any game object. This includes, but not limited to, moving platforms, enemies, rings, monitors, and even the goalpost. Something you may notice when performing this glitch is that you are now unable to open the pause menu, as the game likely assumes that you are dead, and that you shouldn't be able to do that. However, this is an easy fix, as you are able to close the game via Alt F4 or the X icon if playing in windowed mode. You may also find out that it is quite difficult to maneuver around these stages when unable to use the game objects as platforms. However, in this state, Knuckles gains an ace up his sleeve, or gloves in this case. Upon grabbing onto a wall and climbing up, if there is a ceiling above you, you are able to phase right through and do a warp, not too dissimilar to that of warping in the Genesis Sonic games. This is due to the fact that you are able to angle the direction you warp in via left or right on the D-pad. This concludes the documentation of this bug. If you've liked the video, please feel free to subscribe, as I am trying to upload more videos like this, as well as more videos that cover a more general topic. Mainly Sonic.EXE. I like Sonic.EXE. It's cool. It's cool, okay? Bye. Stop watching the video now!